Hello and welcome back to BB Star. Were you ever curious about the lifestyles of some of the most successful YouTubers? How much money they made, or how big of an impact their channel had on the world? There are those of us who already know who we'll be talking about in today's video. But for those of you who don't, we've got some surprises in store for you. So, who are the couple behind the channel Life Uncontained? Do you think that you know everything about them? In today's video, we look at 9 things you didn't know about Life Uncontained. But first, before we get started, please subscribe to the channel, post a comment, share the video, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And so without further ado, let's get started. After selling their cars, selling their home, and quitting their jobs, Mackenzie and Spencer relocated from Florida to Texas on March 1st, 2018. They had been saving for years in order to make their dream a reality. They even sold their home in order to fund the costs of construction after they arrived in Texas. And with time, they've turned an old barn into a solar storage closet, installed and are utilizing their DIY solar system with Tesla batteries, installed off-grid internet, and even built a foundation for their shipping container house. The containers have been placed on the foundation, and their goal of building an off-grid, environmentally friendly house is finally becoming a reality. But what else is there to know about them? Number 1. Where did the idea come from? Apparently, the pair was inspired to create a home after taking a road trip and staying in a variety of unusual guest houses. Since then, Spencer and Mackenzie looked into alternative design homes on the internet, and it was through this experience that they were able to improve their lives. They had an epiphany that would transform their lives forever. They made the decision to follow their aspirations right away. They went ahead and purchased 2 shipping containers, which they began repairing using YouTube tips and videos. This process took them more than 2 years to complete their dream project, and it turned out just as they had envisioned. Number 2. Their building experience. It's worth noting that these two were neither professionals in technological work, nor had any prior experience before they began working on this project. They had previously worked in the restaurant industry. It was almost as if they simply suddenly decided to quit their jobs and create their ideal house out of 2 unsightly cargo containers one morning. And this can be seen in a few videos when they make mistakes while building their ideal house, and their supporters are quick to point them out and rectify them. According to Spencer and Mackenzie, they learned how to put up the house's elaborate elements from YouTube tutorials, and they filmed the entire experience on YouTube, which they shared with their friends on all of their platforms. Number 3. Their very first project. Spencer and Mackenzie had nowhere to stay while working on their off-grid home after they chose to leave Florida and start building it. So they had to take on a small, modest project. And while laughing in one of their videos, Spence said that their original idea was to live in a 3-bedroom tent on the property. They did, however, wind up storing their possessions in an old barn. That meant they had to repair a piece of the barn before they could start erecting their shipping container house, providing them and their dogs somewhere to sleep. Number 4. Where they got the land. Many people's main and most pressing concern is how they came to own the property on which they are constructing their new home. According to a video they posted, Spencer remembers his youth there and swimming in the backyard pond in one portion, and this clearly suggests that they were most likely given the property by his parents. However, neither of the couples has addressed this issue properly, stating whether or not they own the piece of land on which they are building their dream house, or how they came to own it. But a lot of speculation online has analyzed the situation and concluded that the land is part of Spencer's parents' property, as are the animals featured prominently in some of their videos. Number 5. How much they make on YouTube. Depending on where they are in the world, whether in the US, the UK, Canada, and Australia-based YouTube video creators may expect to make anywhere from $2 to $12 every 1,000 monetized views. In most cases, 40 to 80% of total views are monetized. Advertising effectiveness is affected by a variety of elements, including the device used to watch content, the time of year it is seen, the viewer's geographic location, available ad inventory, how many commercials are shown during a video, how many people skip the ads, and the type of advertising. Advertisers bid against one another depending on the number of times their ads are seen to determine the cost per ad view. However, there is a minimum bid requirement of 1 penny per view for ads. Accordingly, the channel has more than 1.3 million members as of January 2022, and has racked up more than 200 million views so far. On a daily basis, it receives around 140,000 page views from various sources. As a result, the advertisements displayed on the videos should earn an anticipated income of around $1,100 per day, or $400,000 $1,000 per year. And for a family that is completely self-sufficient, this is a very respectable wage. Number 6, an emotional start. A project is most emotionally charged when it's in its beginning stages. Believe it or not, the couple's greatest worry was the possibility that they might look back and regret not doing this. To begin, they arranged for the delivery of 2 shipping containers to their land. Mackenzie, in a video she and her family posted, reveals how she broke down in tears as the moving truck carrying their belongings arrived. She realized this was actually happening, and she felt a little overwhelmed by the task at hand. In addition, they had both given up their careers and sold their house so they could embark on this new journey. Number 7, allegations. On their YouTube channel, the pair has been subjected to a great deal of criticism. What's the point of it all anyway? Most folks are surprised by how tidy the house looks in their videos. With 2 kids and 2 dogs, there are very few toys about the house in the winter. Even if you live a minimalist lifestyle, having a baby might make the kitchen feel bare, but that does not seem to be the case for this couple. Their off-grid project now appears to many to be a weekend getaway where they go to every other week to work on it and stretch it into numerous films to ride the view count wave, making it appear as though they've moved somewhere else. For someone searching for guidance or inspiration on how to create their own house from their channel, knowing these statistics would certainly help put a lot of things into perspective. Number 8. Their Patreon. The pair uses their Patreon page to provide periodic updates and photos that only subscribers can see and comment on. This allows them to communicate with their most devoted fans on a more personal level, and they make every effort to respond to any queries you may have. They want to share their adventure with as many people as possible, but they also need to make this endeavor financially viable. Thus, they need to generate some cash. In the platform, they seek to instill optimism in you, or at the very least, make you laugh with their hilarious quips. They want to use Patreon to keep doing what they're doing, while also filming their whole process on YouTube for you. They claim that the donations made on the platform assist them in achieving this goal, allowing them to devote their time and efforts to producing high-quality material. And here's a fun fact, they want to utilize the money to enhance their camera equipment, resulting in an even better overall experience for you, their viewers. Number 9. Their YouTube stat. If you're a YouTuber, you already know that the most important measure is the number of views on your videos. Well, why? Well, one of the main reasons is that the amount of views reflects how popular a video is. The number of people who have viewed your video indicates that it has a big audience. If your video doesn't have enough views, you won't receive any YouTube ad revenue. At its height, their channel received an average of 140,000 views each day from a variety of sources. Their channel had 1.3 million subscribers at the time of recording, with more than 220 million views on all of their videos. With so many individuals fighting for their attention in this particular field, their YouTube statistics are very outstanding. So, what do you think about the Life Uncontained YouTube channel? Do you love it? Comment below. Let's engage. Also, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Goodbye. See you in the next video.